Hello there, thanks a lot for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and boy, what a privilege it is to be holding this, an original piece of concert art from the Dean of San Fran Concert Poster Psychedelic Artists. I'm talking, of course, about Wes Wilson. Just a real honor to be able to holding this unique piece. And it's for such an important early concert poster as well, such a key piece in Bill Graham's numbered series. I'm talking, of course, about BG-17 here, which was simply the very first time the Grateful Dead and Jefferson Airplane ever played together at the Fillmore Auditorium. So musically historic to the max, sure. And you've got, of course, Wes's poster is still in that, simple, classic, early psychedelic design that so harkens back to the early days of the Fillmore. Don't forget, this was a full year before the Summer of Love. And you've got Wes's just classic, flowing psychedelic lettering before the San Fran poster artists decided to start making things hard to read. It's classic psychedelic lettering, but you can easily read everything it says. What's kind of funny is that Wes himself started that trend with his very next poster, I think. If you look at him, BG-18, the association, all of a sudden you had a real hard time figuring out exactly what the wording was. But anyway, Mr. Wilson, boy, remember Wes designed the 45 of the first 50 Bill Graham concert posters and the first 10 Family Dog concert posters before Mouse and Kelly took over at the Dog. So, if you're familiar with this poster, here's the art, but the poster itself, and of course, who isn't? The first thing you notice, besides the size difference, this being smaller, is the color difference. Now, the poster itself is magenta and black. In fact, let's take a quick look at it. Here's the original poster, which pretty much everybody's familiar with. And the first thing you notice on the artwork, besides the size difference, is the color difference. As you can see, the poster right here, this is a first printing, by the way, it's even signed by Wes. The poster is magenta and black, whereas the colors on the artwork are somewhat reversed out. That's just the nature of original art. So, what's magenta on the poster is black on Wes's original artboard, and what's black on this poster is red on the artwork. And of course, the white area, the white part, all stays the same. And then, of course, you've got the 8 ticket locations down below there, which were typed out, stripped in, and printed in magenta. Now, I did mention before the size difference. Of course, we all know the original poster, 14 by 20 inches. This is about 8.5 by 13 inches. And also, what's nice is that Wes did sign it in the lower right-hand corner at a lower date. You can see his signature down there. So that's pretty fun. But as far as all the other scribblings in the margin, those date from 1966. Most interesting here is along the right-hand margin, again in 1966, Wes jotted down all the information that he was to incorporate into the poster art. I assume before he took a single stroke. Every single word on the poster is here in Wes's hand, written off in the margin, with one exception, 9 p.m., and that's easy to understand because at the time every Fillmore show started at 9 p.m. Also interesting is in the upper right-hand area above the artwork there, somebody wrote 5,000 handbills. And to the left of the poster there you have black indicated, and then way down on the lower left you do have magenta. Now, I mentioned this was the first time the Airplane ever played with the Dead at the Fillmore. Oh, I'd love to go back to that one. It was 1 month before the Airplane took off, if you will, with the release of their first album, and 3 months before Grace Slick would join the group, changing their fortunes forever. But the Airplane did have one new member. Drummer Spencer Dryden had just played his first gig with them the month before. And the Dead, meanwhile, well, they were just happy to be, along for the ride at this point, still not signed to Warner Brothers Records. But in a couple of months, yep, they'd be headlining the Fillmore Auditorium by themselves. Now, if you know the Dead's music, you know at this time that their showstopper was their cover of Wilson Pickett's In the Midnight Hour cover version. And on this Saturday night of this weekend, Marty Balin of the Airplane came out and joined them for that song, along with Joan Baez and her sister, Mimi Farina. So that must have been a tough act for Marty and the Airplane to follow after that. And I'll tell you, poster artist Wes Wilson is a tough act to follow as well, especially with one of his originals. Original artboard is just amazing to have. Hope you enjoyed seeing it today. Thanks a lot for your time, and we'll see you again for something soon. Bye-bye.